The idea behind free skiing is never doing the same thing twice. And technique doesn't matter. Totally about style and impression.
Last year I was at a charity event for the U.S. ski team, and there was Jonny across the room.
I was literally standing around, and he walked up to me and was like, "You want to be in a video game?"
I think Jonny realized that I'm really serious about video games. I'm really committed to doing great work.
And I was like, "Yeah, I do, but it's got to be really cool."
My wife was sitting on one side of him and I was on the other side, so we were able to kind of double team him a little bit.
So I kind of looked at him and talked to him for the rest of the night and was like, you know, can we make it really cool? I mean, it's got to be like super real, and it's got to be rad, and it's got to be out like soon.
We took 5 of our best engineers who would ordinarily probably work on 5 different projects, and we have all 5 of them working on this project.
We started working on it 5 days later.
What we want to do is take you out in the development environment and show you a little bit about how the games are actually made. First thing we do as far as the designers go is put together really the blueprint for the entire game. The designers go through and make these paper maps. The first one wasn't in this scale. Actually, the original map would probably take out almost this whole wall. We had them spread out all over the floor, everywhere in the development area. Obviously, another big part of the game is just getting the characters developed. Here is the first concept drawings for all of our characters. We signed Tanner Hall, and Evan Raps, another one of the big free skiers. Plus, we wanted to get some of the kind of fun video game characters in, like Fat Earl, A.T. Baron, Miki, Wild Child, and then also an unlockable character, Skier X, which if you haven't unlocked it in the game yet, you know, maybe go check out the internet for some codes or something like that. You know, since the characters are on the screen the whole time, we definitely want to put a lot of visual quality in the graphics on the characters, so they're very high poly and very detailed textures.
I said, you know, I'd like to see some environments that we typically wouldn't be able to ski at, you know, places where there'd be some really cool terrain features. And you know, the first one that popped in my head was San Francisco. When I saw the initial drawings, like instantaneously, I was just like, wow, that's cool. Like rail sliding down, you know, certain rails on Lombard Street, or skiing down Lombard Street. And it's kind of cool to me because it's where I'm from.
This area is where we're going to have a big earthquake around this construction site, so a lot of I-beams will fall down that you can grind across.
Jonny's showing more interest in pushing the fantasy envelope.
Definitely. We've got these environments like San Francisco and Las Vegas and Washington, D.C. and Rome. It's kind of better than the real thing, actually.
Wheel in the sunlight, red cigars in the hot time, sunset in the private jet, you dazzle in the room, go 1, 2, look at you, I said 3, 4, on the floor, I said 5, 6, and the sexy me, 7, look, 7 big strings, y'all.
Like, I mean, there's some steep hills and there's some places in San Francisco that look like perfect tables, you know, that if you could just put a jump on it, it would be sick. So that's been pretty fun, getting creative like that. Motion capture was fun.
We had the motion capture session with Moseley and Tanner Hall, and so we got 600-700 motion capture files of all these different tricks.
What they're doing is they're taking away the flesh, so you get to see exactly how your joints move and, you know, how the body mechanics of the actual tricks work.
It's impossible to get from hand animation the same kind of fluidity of body movement that you can get from this kind of motion capture data.
This gives, you know, Joe Public and every kid in America an opportunity to really ski in his shoes. So I think it's pretty fun. I want to try it so I can see what he feels like.
It's interesting to see yourself show up in a 3D animated form.
Each of the little balls is a data point.
So you have to go through and name all the markers and basically connect the dots.
We have a small 25mm ball that is covered in a 3M reflective tape.
They're wrapped around sometimes the like deodorant roll-on balls.
And then you have a little wireframe stick figure that you can see as they're jumping up and down, captures each of the little subtle body articulations, which again is one of the big reasons we wanted to do the motion capture stuff.
With Jonny, you have a more balanced, stable performer, a little more mature in his motions, where you have the youth and the energy of Tanner, which is obvious in his motions.
Even if I did it right, I wanted to like do it even better, so I think all the tricks will be good.
I believe that one, just looking at the way it's being done, that's actually Tanner Hall doing that mute grab.
I guess I didn't realize that I needed to be a little more animated.
He's gonna make the Olympic team and he's gonna get 2 gold medals and he's gonna be great.
That's right.
You can very much tell a person's personality through their motions.
Jonny Moseley Mad Tricks, to me, is mostly about being able to just do any trick you could ever dream of on skis, as well as do those tricks in environments that you've always dreamed about doing them in.
Throwing yourself off cliffs or like, jumping off rooftops, jumping over trains, just the stuff those guys are doing are crazy. We can just totally soup it up for the game, take it like, as crazy as the stuff there is that they're doing, try and even push it a little bit more.
What we want to do is get you to feel like, okay, yeah, I'm just playing a video game and I'm just holding this control, but we want you to feel like there's a meld between what you see on the screen and what your body feels like it's doing, and have the controls be so much more intuitive that it's really like the real thing.